Uhlwile Mthwakazi Omuhle siyalamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Namhla kungoLwesihlanu zili-13 kuNhlangula ngomnyaka ka-2025. Indaba lizethulelwa nguKhethiwe Chuma. Kwesihamba phambili namhlanje, umthetho kaMnangagwa ufakayo ukuthembeka elizweni, inkantolo ephezulu ithi ihlukumeza amalungelo abantu. uCoulthard uxwayisa ngalabo abathola izipho kuchivayo. uGonese ulethemba lokuba uza kunqoba okhethweni oluza kuba khona eGutu East. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Inkantolo ephezulu yaseZimbabwe izolo iyanquma ukuba umthetho wePatriotic Act awuhambisani lesisekelo sembuso. Inkantolo ephezulu iye yakhipha njalo isicaphuno salomthetho owapasiswa ngomnyaka ka-2023 lapho abathe uncindezela amalungelo abantu lawo afakwe esisekelweni sombuso. Isiphathamandla sebandla eliphikisayo Stephen Sarkozy Chuma uthi lumthetho uyahlukumeza kanti njalo ulodlame kanti wenzelwe ukuba uhlukumeze labo abasola uhulumende. Ake sizweni uChuma ekhuluma.
Yes, we welcome the High Court ruling yesterday, which struck down a section of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Amendment Act number 10 of 2023, which is notoriously referred to as the Patriotic Act. We have said it before that the Patriotic Act is draconian and was drafted as a tool to persecute critics of the government. We know that patriotism entails that people must tell the real truth about the country. People must speak against corruption. But this so-called Patriotic Act, it actually stifles free speech. It actually stifles freedom of expression, and it actually muzzles the voices that speaks against corruption. So we welcome the ruling by the High Court of Zimbabwe, and hopefully this whole act is going to be set aside, because it is not good for the people of Zimbabwe. It is not good for progress. It is not good for human rights defenders. It is not good for those who fight against corruption and abuse of power by Emmerson Mnangagwa and his government.
Usodolopho wakobulawayo David Coulthard oligqwetha ngokufunda uyawaxwayisa abantu labo abathatha izipho ebantwini abacatshangelwa ukuba benza inkohlakalo kanti njalo baza kubhekana lengalo yomthetho kusiya phambili. Uye waphosela emakhasini akhe okuxhumana. uCoulthard uthi kulicala ngaphansi komthetho we-Money Laundering and Proceeds Act ukuba umuntu athathe izipho ezivela emsebenzini yenkohlakalo. Inkulumo yakhe iza ngesikhathi lapho abantu abangosaziwayo kanye labathungameli bamabandla labaculi bethola izimota kanye lemali okuvela kuWicknell Chivayo lo osolwa ngenkohlakalo. uGift Konese okhankasa eliqembu elizimele lodwa ekhankasela ukuba lilunga ledale lephalamende esabelweni saseGutu East uthi uyakholelwa ukuba uza kunqoba okhethweni oluza kuba khona kusasa. uKonese wayencintisa ngaphansi kwebandla le-CCC ukuba lilunga ledale lephalamende ukhetho lomnyaka ka-2023 uthi ukhangelele ukuba anqobe. Uye waveza kodwa ukukhathazeka kwakhe ngokuhlukunyezwa kwabantu ncedisa ukukhankasa kulithimba lebandla leZANU-PF. Ake sizweni uGonese ekhuluma.
Right, as Gutu East citizens, we are ready. We have done everything that it needs to be done for one to win an election. We've gone in all corners. We are in fact in every household as a strategy that we implemented. And we are happy we're going to win this by-election. We're expecting nothing else than a resounding victory, because as citizens, we have resolved to embrace the change that is in the horizon. Thank you so much.
Umongameli wabantu Advocate Nelson Chamisa uye wamemezela ukuba uza kwethula incwadi yakhe abeyibhala emaduzaneni. Uye waphosela emakhasini akhe okuxhumana. Umongameli uChamisa uveze umbukiso wale incwadi obizwa ngokuthi Citizenocracy. Incwadi le ithi ubuthungameli babantu ngabantu. Akasatshongo umongameli ukuba lincwadi iza kuphuma nini, kanti njalo lemniningwana yakhona ayikabi khona. Siye saxhumana loLangton Mwanaka kanye loTony Shava abangabasekeli bakamongameli uChamisa abaseduze kwakhe kakhulu ukuthi basiphe imbono yabo ngale ncwadi.
I am Langton Mwanaka, an ex-political prisoner and an enthusiast of the People's President, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I'm happy to hear that our president announced on his social media platforms that he will be launching his book called Citizenocracy. I expect to find a lot in the book as it is citizen-centered. It is going to be a groundbreaking citizen-centered book. This innovative resource is poised to empower citizens with knowledge, spark meaningful conversations, and inspire positive change in our communities. The launch is going to mark a significant milestone, and I'm excited to see the impact it will have on civic engagement and social progress. I'm also expecting the book to cover on citizen-centered service delivery. Citizens budgeting, thus information on the concept of citizens' budgets, which involves making public budgeting more transparent and citizen-centered, allowing citizens to have a greater say in how public funds are spent. Empowering citizens, that is, strategies for empowering citizens to take an active role in governance. I also expect the book to cover on case studies and examples, real-world examples and case studies of successful citizen-centered initiatives, highlighting best practices and lessons learned. The book should also cover on fundamental human rights. Thank you so much.
Hello, citizens. Hello, Zimbabwe. Tony Shava here. Well, concerning President Chamisa's announcement that he's going to launch a book very soon, which is going to be called Citizenocracy. I think this book, it explains itself. We can see that it's written Citizenocracy, and then added to it is leadership by and for the citizens. It's self-explanatory. I believe that President Chamisa here, he talks about the kind of leadership that comes through the thoughts of the people, of the citizens, what they think and what they want. It is driven by the will of the people. It's not just a leadership whereby we see dictatorial tendencies. People are forced to do things that they don't want to do. People are forced to be in a situation that they don't want to be in. The top people, the top class people, those who are the ruling elites, they do what they want and they run the country willy-nilly the way that they want. It's different. This is something that comes from the people. We're talking about a leader who's wanted by the people. We're talking about policies that are vouched for by the people. We are talking about the kind of leadership whereby even the local government is chosen by the local people, the local citizens. If it's in March Central, the people of March Central must speak and choose whom they want to have as their leader in March Central. And all the government officials that are there, they must be the ones that are vouched for by the people, not a leadership that is imposed like we see today, that this person has been imposed on this particular portfolio, that person has been imposed by in this particular portfolio, And nepotism is very rife in Zimbabwe. Someone is chosen to have a position of leadership simply because he's the nephew of somebody in power. You see, he's a relative of somebody in power or he's a friend. But when we talk about citizenocracy, we are talking about a kind of leadership that puts the people first. So I believe that President Chamisa, this is what he's going to be talking about, and he will take examples from the situation in Zimbabwe since 1980, what has been happening, how elections have been rigged, how the will of the people has been trampled on. So I believe this is exactly what he is going to talk about. We wait enthusiastically and patiently to read that book and hear what our president, the president of the people, President Nelson Chamisa, has to say. Thank you.
Intsha isikhuthazwe ukuba isebenzise ilungelo labo lokungena emgwaqweni bebhikishe lapho bebhikishela uhulumende ka-Emmerson Mnangagwa lo osehluleke uletha udubo lokuswelakala kwemisebenzi elizweni. Lokhu kuye kwashiwo isiphathamandla sabasha kubandla eliphikisayo uKelvin Tinaro othe abantu abasha kumele bafune impendulo kuMnangagwa ngesithembiso sakhe semsebenzi engaphezu kwe-2 million awenza ngomnyaka ka-2018 kuzayiwa ekhethweni. Leso sithembiso angasicwalisanga. UTinaro uthi ngenxa yokuswelakala kwemisebenzi abantu abasha sebephendela ukusebenzisa izidakamizwa lokunye njalo kulimaza imizimba yabo. Womunye wabalwela inkululeko njalo esaziwa ngokuchothoza uhulumende ka-Emmerson Mnangagwa, uComrade Blessed Geza, usexwayise umongameli webandla leZANU-PF lo Busa Ngodlakela ukuba isikhathi sakhe sokuba ngumongameli sesiseduze lokuphela. Uye waphosela emakhasini akhe awe-X izolo. uComrade Geza uye walahla imbiko ebhodayo eyokuthi usebuyisana lo Mnangagwa. uGeza ubuye waphinda umlayezo wakhe ukuba bakhona abebutho abasebenza icebo lokuba kukhishwe uMnangagwa esihlalweni. Indodakazi kalo wayengungqongqoshe wezempilakahle u-Obadiah Moyo uShashu usenikeze ngezingubo esibhedlela saseChitungwiza General Hospital. Isiphathamandla sebandla eliphikisayo uJefferson Chitando uthi loba kuyisenzo esihle sikaShashu sokunikeza ngengubo kodwa ngubaba wakhe owadala inxushunxushu le ezibhedlela. uChitando uye wathi uShashu kumele ayetshela uyise u-Obadiah Moyo ukuba kabuyisele imali engange-60 million edoleni leMelika le eyatshontshwa ngesikhathi se-COVID-19 ngomnyaka ka-2020 ukuze leyo mali iyencedisa ezibhedlela. Ake sizweni uChitando ekhuluma.
Former Minister Obadiah Moyo's daughter Gesha of donating blankets to Chitungwiza General Hospital is really appreciated. This is during the cold winter period. We know that our patients who have been neglected by this government, they need good warm bedding. So we appreciate the love which Sasha has done, but she should also remember that Zimbabweans still have got pain because of her father's misappropriate of or mismanagement or looting of the COVID $60 million, which resulted in his expulsion from government. It is important that as a Zimbabwean, as a citizen, as a patriot, Sasha should tell his father to return the money, the COVID money, which was meant for patients, which could have done a lot to our hospitals. So we as Zimbabweans would be very happy if the daughter approached the father and tell him to act positively for the hospitals, for the citizens, for Zimbabwe. 60 million would have done a lot to all our hospitals in this country, to the point that she would not have even bothered to donate those blankets, but would have looked to donate other things.
Ilizwe lase-Israel seliye laqala enye impi njalo kwele Middle East ngemva kokuhlasela ibutho lase-Iran labulala abathathu abebutho okugoqela uGeneral Hossein Salami owe-Revolutionary Guard. Kusenjalo othungamelayo kwalase-Iran u-Ayatollah Ali Khamenei uthi ilizwe lase-Israel liza kubhekana lesijeziso ngoba balungiselela ukuphindisela. Ake sithole imininingwana mayelana ngalolu daba oluvelayo.
In the small hours, Tehran lit up by explosion. Israel launching a huge attack on Iran's military and nuclear sites, codenamed Rising Lion. There were more than 100 targets, some of them people, the most senior leaders of the Revolutionary Guard, and also nuclear scientists. Iran claims civilians, including children, have been killed. Israel insists this was a preemptive strike because it faced an imminent threat. Iran's air defences had already been damaged by previous Israeli attacks. But this was also a solo operation. No other nation was involved, not even America. The Iranians, furious. They deny preparing nuclear weapons. The supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, issued this statement. To the great Iranian nation, this morning at dawn, the Zionist regime unleashed its vile and blood-stained hand in our beloved country, revealing its wicked nature even more by striking residential areas. The regime must await severe punishment. His initial reaction, a wave of drones launched towards Israel. That looks like a muted response, so there may be more to come. In a statement on social media, President Trump said Iran needed to strike an agreement urgently. He said, there has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must make a deal before there is nothing left. This is an unprecedented strike. Israel believes Iran is a dangerous rogue state controlled by a weak regime. But the aftershocks of this attack could be enormous. Iran's tentacles spread far. A volatile, battle-scarred region and a wider world, all wondering what happens next. Adam Parsons.
Imidlalo yeKaslilaka Premiership iyakuqhubeka njalo kule impelaviki ngemva kwekhefu elincane lapho bekudlalwa khona imidlalo yesizwe. Nansi imidlalo ezakudlalwa ngempelaviki. iFC Platinum izakubhekana leKariba, iGreen Fuel yona izakubhekana leTel1, iYada izakubhekana leHerentals, Caps United izakubhekana leChicken Inn, iNgezi Platinum izakudlala leManica Diamonds, iBikita Minerals yona izakudlala leDynamos, iTriangle izakudlala leMoss, kuthi iHighlanders idlale leSimba Bora, bese kusithi iScotland yona izakudlala leKwekwe United. Emidlalweni ye-English Premier League iqembu leTottenham Hotspur selithethe uThomas Frank njengomqeqeshi wabo omutsha. Uza kuthatha indawo kalowo engumqeqeshi weBrentford u-Ange Postecoglou, lo owenze iTottenham yadlulela phambili kumdlalo ye-Europa League lapho abathole isicoco okwama-17. siziphetha lezi indaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio nanze bezihamba phambili. Umthetho kaMnangagwa ukuthembeka elizweni, inkantolo ephezulu ithi ihlukumeza ilungelo labantu. uColtart uxwayisa labo abathola izipho kuchivayo. uGonese uthi ulethemba lokuba uza kunqoba ukhetho lwaseGutu East. Siziphetha lapha lezi indaba.